With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Herbert off of play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a handoff looking right. He juked him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, Herbert. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down and 4. Herbert being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Herbert now. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is.
And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Tucker with the extra point, and he makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 21-0 our score after 1. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Oh, what a juke into space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. His throw incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Now it's Herbert. This is caught, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Ravens 24, Chargers 7. Joey Slye set to kick off.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Flush to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And some room to roam now. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now here's a carry heading left. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll go with a keeper, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He had a minimal gain on 1st down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try and make up for the first 2. But his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. They've got his man complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Herbert operating from the red zone, sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the two-point try. They're going to try and run. And he'll find his way in for two. And we're back to a two-score game. The lead's cut to 16.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
He'll look to throw. Shoves him away. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
75 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Uses the stiff arm, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Oh, interesting. The Charger drive about to get going.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here on Herbert, his 3rd interception.
A great read, and it's picked off. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5, 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw here, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert, he's going to let it fly. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there.